Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Live from the GBM studios in Belize City, it's Open Your Eyes. Start your morning right with your hosts, Sabrina Daly and Paul Lopez.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And what the Friday, Paul?
What the Friday?
And also, where is April? It's going to be me and Paul steering the ship solo this morning. Of course, we do know that our Friday mornings have come to be recognized to have three friendly faces. But just this week, we'll be here riding solo with two faces only.
April is still in Caracol. Getting the work done, I think.
Getting the work done. Which also goes to highlight some of the conversations that we are hoping to have with you guys a little bit later on in the morning. 5 things we think you should know, and that we're also opening the lines for you guys to discuss with us this morning. Starting off with...
you want to get to the show overview first, maybe?
Yes, maybe we should actually. We'll be getting the facts on Belizean landmarks. Also, Lindy D will be introducing a DJ workshop for future music lovers. We'll also be trying our hand at musical charades again this week. If you remember last week, me and April royally screwed up our hand at that. And finally, building computer innovators at Sci-Infotech. Paul?
Yeah, so while you've mentioned exactly what we're going to be discussing this morning, some great conversations, here's 5 things you need to know. This is 5 in a flash. 1, the Belize Association of Defense Attorneys objects to Constitution's 13th Amendment Bill. Secondly, this one has been making the rounds literally across the globe. A tomb of a Caracol king discovered. Listen, the more I'm listening, the more I'm reading, the more I'm understanding, I realized how big of a deal this one is.
Yes.
3, Belize commits to full CARICOM-free movement by October 2025. A lot of conversations and concerns and questions, even curiosity, if you would, surrounding that one. 4, Caribbean cuts HIV deaths, but gaps remain. And last but not least, unfortunate situation late yesterday afternoon, a man was crushed in Belize City in a freak accident. Condolences to him and his family. So, this is a segment of this morning show where we open the phone lines and we have discussions and invite you, our viewers, to call in and share your thoughts. One of the conversations we want to engage you in this morning is of critical importance, and that is the 13th Amendment Bill. Introduced in the House of Representatives some weeks back, and it's an amendment to the Constitution, right? And it's important that we have this conversation because on the ground, it impacts all of us. Literally, we could all be impacted if not if directly or indirectly, right? And so, just to remind viewers that you can call in to the show this morning, and the number is 280-0016. The number is 280-0016. Earlier this week, we put up a poll on Facebook, and a question was asked. Do you support the 13th Amendment bill? Do you not support the 13th Amendment bill? Or do you feel like you don't have enough information?
Right.
Guess what the majority said?
Probably not enough information.
Not enough information, right?
Yes.
But what I realize is that there's going to be a great deal of conversations surrounding the 13th Amendment bill starting today into next week. We have some plans, well, not only us, but there's consultations to take place next week, Wednesday, beginning here in Belize City. So, let's look at the bill, right? The first thing you have to understand about the 13th Amendment bill is why we're here. Why are we having this or pushing this amendment? Well, it has to do with the fact that recently the High Court made 2 rulings about the state of emergency and its legality, right? So one ruling said that a 2020 state of emergency that was declared was legal. It was done in accordance with the law.
We also had a couple attorneys on set speaking about that as well.
Right. And then another ruling said, you know what? This was illegal. It wasn't done in accordance with the law, unconstitutional, etc. So what the state is saying is that those rulings created a level of uncertainty, specifically in one area of the act that speaks to state of emergencies, right? And it's section 18, actually, 2 of the Constitution. So it created some uncertainty in section 18.2 of the Constitution. It's a bit technical, but you have to bear with me so you could get to the point.
Yeah.
And that section 18.2 speaks to the Governor General's authority to proclaim, to make this proclamation, to declare that there is a state of public emergency, right? So with the contradicting ruling, there's some uncertainty as to whether or not the Governor General should have this full-fledged authority to make such a proclamation, to make such a declaration as whether a state of emergency should be declared to stop or slow down crime, detect crime, prevent crime, etc. So the state says this uncertainty certainly cannot persist.
Yes.
Right? So they're correcting it. They're seeking to correct it with an amendment to the Constitution. And there's several things we'll have to look at here. We'll have to look at what this amendment does, seeks to do. We'll have to look at what are the laws or the regulations being added to the Constitution under this amendment. We'll also have to look at the retroactive nature of this amendment in making previous state of emergencies lawful.
Yeah.
We'll also have to look at the establishment of a guns and gangs court and how effective that will be. You want to jump in there?
Yeah, so really to put it simply, and we've been able to highlight a bit more of it yesterday in our newscast, this gives the government the legal right to essentially go in homes of persons whenever we are watching the state of the country be riddled with crime and violence. We are looking at the government having the right to go in homes without a warrant, to detain persons without having any real, I guess, suspicion as well, and to hold them for a period of time.
Yeah.
This is for up to 7 to 21 days without the person having to be brought before a court. I think why this is also significant is because while we highlighted other states of emergencies in the past, we've seen human rights attorneys come forward and speak about ways that they felt that their clients were being wronged constitutionally, saying that they, in certain instances, did not have the ability to go and represent their client when they were detained and when they were held at the central prison in Hattieville. And so this will be putting a lot on the table for us to be concerned about. As I mentioned, one of the first things that I think really has been catching the attention of the general public is the way that the government or police officers will essentially be able to go into your homes without a warrant to detain persons and to essentially hold them for an extended period of time.
Yeah. So let's go there then, Sabrina. What this amendment is saying in the first instance is that, all right, we now left it up to the Governor General alone to declare a state of emergency or to make this proclamation. But the Governor General has to make this proclamation or declaration based on advice from the National Security Council or the National Advisory Council. So the National Security Council is the security forces. So members of the security forces, executive members of the security forces, right? So it's not only that the GG is satisfied. This is one way to bolster, if you would, the legitimacy of declaring a state of emergency. Because remember, that was brought into question in the court cases and the court arguments. And as we said, two different rulings on that. But to your point, so once the GG is satisfied based on these advice, whether from the National Security Council or National Advisory Committee, they can then go ahead to declare special areas, right? So if escalation, a crime, gang-related, gun violence, if you would.
Or it's still being investigated, just a rise in crime.
Well, like what we're seeing right now.
Yes.
Taking place in Belize City.
Yes.
Right? And this is why the Commissioner of Police is asking that the public supports this bill.
Yes.
Because they're saying we need stronger legal tools to fight crime. So, your area is declared a special area. That gives security forces an array of authority, things that they can do within these special areas, right? So let's look at some of them. And this is all based on the amendment. So they can, what does this entail? They can take custody of or dispose of anything detained. This is, so we're looking here at section 9B, right? 9B. Well, yes. So section 9B here also speaks to they're able to establish and operations of cordon. So they're able to now take these special areas and cordon them off, preventing entry and exit from certain areas that are declared special areas under the state of emergency, right? And there's areas also in the legislation that speaks to how long they can do this, and we'll get there. But what else they can do? They can establish auxiliary forces with like functions, powers, and immunities as those of the police department and under the direction of the National Security Council. So you could go in our area, you have the authority to detain certain items based on this, to dispose of it with authority. You have the authority to lock off certain areas for a prescribed period of time and say, you know what? Nobody want to come out here and nobody want to get in at this place according to this. You could establish one auxiliary forces. So let's say the police department is overworked. They don't have enough resources. The Belize Defense Force, the Coast Guard, there's not enough manpower to man these special areas. Well, they can establish auxiliary forces in these areas. Basically, they can identify individuals that can act as security forces
To support them.
to support them.
So essentially, not only police officers could be coming in your homes and detaining persons.
Right.
There can be a Coast Guard. There can be a Police Defense Force
even
officer.
out of that, if there's none of that, based on my understanding here, there's auxiliary forces, so support forces that can be established. And one of the things we heard from Audrey Matura last night, she questioned who are these individuals that will make up these auxiliary forces? What sort of training do they have in policing to ensure that they know what they're doing and they don't abuse their authority? So here's what this amendment also does in these special areas.
I just want to pause really quickly,
Okay,
just to remind our viewers that while we're having this conversation, we're also encouraging you guys to call in and share your thoughts as we are dissecting the 13th Amendment bill. As we said, our number is 280-0016. And if you do get some challenges getting through to us, because we do understand that a call was dropped moments ago, but you can call back as well and engage with us.
So here's another thing, right? Because you're going through them rather quickly. Whether auxiliary forces or security forces, these individuals can, in special areas, so it could be your nicely, you got a pretty neighborhood that boom, right? I live back at Port. You could, in these special areas, they could undertake a search of any premises, place, vehicle, or thing under reasonable suspicion of being thereon or doing any lawful drugs, or so if they suspect reasonably that you they carry drugs, or you they carry prohibited firearm or ammunition, or that any of this, any reasonable suspicion, then within that special area, which is really an area locked down, they could search a vehicle, they could search a place, they could
without
search
a warrant.
person without a warrant, or they could, or on any unlawfully obtained article or thing, or any person wanted in connection with a criminal investigation. So
I think that's something that a lot of people will have concerns about, because it could create a lot of it could create a lot of profiling. You know, if you look a certain way, you could potentially become at risk of being searched. They could go into your house. And I'm sure the response from the Belize Police Department would be, look, we're not just going to jump into anyone's home or target anyone. We're going based on investigations that are underway. We're going based on information that they have gathered. But I know that this is a rebuttal from the public that is happening right now.
So what the Association of Defense Attorneys are saying is that what this section of the amendment does, it provides for a lack of judicial oversight and checks. So what the Association of Defense Attorneys, they're saying is that it allows security forces to arrest, search, and seize without warrant. They're saying merely on reasonable suspicion in a vaguely defined special areas. They're saying it dilutes the procedural safeguards and creates a scope for abuse of executive power. So basically they're saying you're giving the security forces and these auxiliary forces free rein to enter a community and based merely on reasonable suspicion for such people, search their vehicle, detain them. And they're concerned that this is such a wide net that anybody could get captured in simply because you live in that area. Even if you are an upstanding citizen who just happens to own a property in that area you grow up, you know, but you could be subjected to this, and this amendment gives the authorities, law enforcement authorities, the authority to do that, right? And so it's important that we have this dialogue, and it's important that people weigh in so that we understand perspectives from outside. How would you feel if your area is declared a special area? How would you feel if you wake up and realize that your area is cordoned off? How would you feel knowing or understanding that you can't come in or you can't come out for a specified period of time, and it's somewhere there, I'll have to find it.
Yeah.
And that you could be subjected to
So there's a
this sort
part
of search.
of the bill that essentially says that it can be extended by a 2/3 vote in the National Assembly
That's-
for up to 12 months at a time.
Right.
What does that mean,
Right.
essentially? We
Let's-
have a call. Okay. Good morning, caller.
Yes, ma'am. I was just calling in to give my opinion on this 13th Amendment.
Go ahead.
And I believe that all Belizeans should say no to the 13th Amendment bill. It gives up too much right to the Belizean people. And I believe the police force should find another way to solve this problem.
Why do you
Other
believe
than
so,
denying
caller?
the citizens their right. Say that again?
I was asking, why do you feel that the general public should share their voices and say that they reject this, and the Belize Police Department or the government should find another way?
Because it gives up too much right of the citizens and also gives the police department room for abuse. And I don't think it should be, I don't think this 13th Amendment bill fits the bill. This is something more for like a cartel or something like that, have a bigger problem. Yeah, this is local Belizean citizens. I don't think they should be treated like that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, caller, for joining us and sharing your thoughts.
Yes, ma'am.
That,
Okay.
That's an interesting perspective from
Yeah.
the caller. He sees it as authority that should be given to law enforcement dealing with cartels, right? So to the cordoning of areas, right? Not being allowed to enter or exit an area. The amendment provides for this to exist for a period not exceeding 8 hours. So according to the amendment, the proposed bill, law enforcement,
8 hours
auxiliary
per
forces
24-hour period.
can go in and for 8 hours lock off the spot. Done. Party done. Nobody move, nobody gets hurt. Nobody enter, nobody exit. A lock off, right? So of course, there needs to be more clarity where this is concerned. And of course, discretion, I think our police, our security forces to an extent, they could use their discretion, because if you have an emergency, for example, Sabrina, or your grandma, or your parents, or your siblings, then they have to be rushed for the medical emergency. I'm sure it facilitates for that. But there are other things that has to be considered as well. When you lock off an area, and then like you said, it's for a period, it's for 8-hour period within 24 hours. After 8 hours, you have to wait until 24 hours expire before you do it again. You could seize, take away, and detain any vehicle or article which the authorities reasonably suspects is intended to be used or has been used in connection with the commission of any offense, or it has been unlawfully obtained or possessed. So you could seize my vehicle, you could seize anything I have in these special areas.
Yeah.
If you suspect that I both will use this for a crime, or it has been used in a crime, or I obtain it illegally.
So I just want to go over again. The cordon that we are speaking of is essentially a section of...
It's a special area.
Yeah, it's like a parameter area of possibly a special area. It's like a section within a special area that could essentially have even stricter rules, right? That's essentially what it's saying.
Well, I don't know that it makes it that clear. I don't know if you're seeing that it makes it that clear, other than to say that these special areas can be cordoned off. So whatever the special area is, it can apply. It can apply there. But I'll look in. So it says temporarily establish. This is section 12D. A cordon around the special area.
When you say around,
or any part.
Okay.
Right. So you're right. They're off. Right. So the special.
Because that's my understanding. So say where. Okay, we have another caller, but let's go back to that.
Special area or any part.
Okay,
I like
caller,
that you pointed that out.
Good morning.
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 I think the police department they look for a quick fix.
Quick fix.
Because certain liars say they not got no evidence against the youths there in the streets where they do. So they know they investigate the youth there properly. So that was quick fix they look for just to terrorize the neighborhood. One time I used to got cameras with special vehicle go around and snap the boy power base and see what they do. Watch this case going on, what they do. They couldn't find one evidence against their boy where they said a bad man. The police said they sleep, man. They need to investigate proper. They can't come down with a drop and law right away. We know that how terrorists go around and you could lock down people for a certain time, but through the court, you could get a warrant from the court go deal with people, but you can't go deal with that way there. Investigate, find out the boy where the kill man in the street, because a lot of people know. If we know and they don't know what's something wrong in the police department, anyhow, thanks.
All right, thank you, caller.
Yeah, so to your point.
Yeah, I just want to go really quickly to what the caller was saying.
Okay.
He was essentially saying that the Belize Police Department needs to do a better job at investigating, because we know, and I think what he means by we is like the general public might know who these persons are that are involved in these criminal activities. But I think the police officers also know, and we've heard that time and time again from several representatives. I think my mind goes directly to the past Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, saying that they are aware of the individuals who are involved in these criminal activities. However, they need evidence and they need people to come forward.
Yeah, but how do you do that? And how do you weed out what the Commissioner of Police this week on Monday referred to as the hardened minority? You know, Creole said a hard head, right? That are hell-bent, according to him,
We have another caller.
on criminality.
Paul. Let's okay. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Brian. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, I just concerned, I thought I'm calling,
Yes, you have to, don't listen on your television. Please just speak through the phone. You could lower your television. Listen to us
yes,
through the phone.
Good morning, Mom. Good
Yes.
morning. Yes, I'm just calling about this, for the caller that said that the police doing his work.
Yes, go ahead. Listen to us over the phone, caller, please.
And turn down your TV if possible.
Yes, let's communicate over the phone.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, we can hear you.
You can continue.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Actually, what the caller said earlier, I don't think the police need to do more investigation. I think you hear what the caller said, it speaks by itself. They know who is the criminal, but they is not come forward and work with the police, because innocent people are dropped one by one. The civilians know what or who are the criminals, but they don't want to come forward to reveal that secret. Why? How
Fair.
the police will do their job if the community won't assist the police. I, as an ex-special forces in Belize, retired. Now, back in 2009, I remember one time we do a special raid in Belize City. We clean up the entire city, bring back the city where it belongs. Now, take too much human rights, too much rights we our people, the government gives the citizens that come against and harm the police department. That is when the police cannot do their job because of these rights they give the people, the humans, right? And as a concerned citizen, I live way up north and I work in the city, so I know exactly what's going on. But how we can address this situation if the same general public won't want to reveal the secret or who is the criminal, where we can pick it up, where we can pick them up, or whatever we can do. That's my concern.
Carla, let me just ask one quick question. So, yeah, are you of the view that it is okay to suspend the rights of people in a special area or part of that special area for a period of time?
Well, yes. It's because then not everybody is a criminal inside that AO. Not everybody is the criminal. We need to identify these criminals. And the only person who can give that information is the same neighborhood who live in that same vicinity.
So why do you think that they're not identifying then, caller?
Well, she said they're
Because the
afraid.
same civilian is hiding the criminal behind them.
Oh, you think they're a part of it? They're hiding them. You're saying? Okay.
Exactly. And that is what is crippling the city in a whole. Because everybody knows. If somebody shoots somebody, I know who shoots the man, but why? I pay for my life. So I would never come to the police department or never come and say, you know what, this is the man who killed a man. You understand? And that is the mentality that the Belizean people is hiding the criminal. Because if anyone go and clean the city again, I don't want the police department and the BDF go and clean the city again. Make they do a complete raid, like what we do. Just open your door and take out who is who, and you interview them and see what their background. Profile them, and then you can reveal back again.
All right, Carla.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for your call.
Okay, thanks. Sir.
All right, thanks so much.
Well, this is interesting perspective, right?
Yeah, to some degree, I do agree that there is a challenge within the Belize Police Department where, obtaining these persons are concerned. And I was trying to explain that prior to the call, where we would have heard from the former Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, saying that there needs to be collaboration with the general public, but there's a sense of fair as well.
Of course.
I'm guessing in some cases there might be persons who are collaborating with these criminals, and so perhaps the caller does have a point there. But I think there is more than anything a sense of fair.
We are on
you
the
could
ground.
say, but I don't say nothing.
We are on the ground as the media, and we always seek out interviews.
Exactly.
And the first thing people are telling them, I don't want to get involved.
Exactly.
In that because them they're serious. I mean, I play that games there. At the end of the day, I want to left the community. If I know somewhere where I live, but they have to live there. They have to stay there. So there is always this resistance to provide information, even to the media off camera, sometimes in some cases off record, because they fear that they will be targeted for providing information. So even in the face of these concerns, the one where for example, the amendment says that in these special areas or parts of the special areas that law enforcement, security forces and auxiliary forces can arrest any person under reasonable suspicion of having committed or of being about to commit an offense.
About.
You can, if they have reasonable suspicion. And again, what are the question being asked is, what are the parameters for reasonable suspicion, right? I reasonably suspect, Sabrina, I don't know why I reasonably suspect about you, but when the concerns were brought to the Prime Minister yesterday, his response was that if these, and specifically to the Defense Attorneys Association, that if these legal scholars can show us how it can be done differently, we're prepared to take a look.
Yeah.
But he, like the Commissioner of Police, says that the problem is that the issue is that we have a serious problem with crime, and it's something that requires the attention and the cooperation and the work of everybody, not just the police, but the public. So again, the Commissioner the Prime Minister, we've heard it from the Minister of Home Affairs. There's a serious issue with crime in Belize City largely, but of course crime is everywhere in the country. We need to address it. And they're saying this 13th Amendment does just that. It gives us the authority and it gives us the power to address such, right? Let's look at another part of this amendment really quickly. We look at the part where, and I do still need some understanding, clarity on this part, but where the Governor General is being given, her office is being given authority to, according to the legislation, to the amendment, to make regulations. Once a special area is declared, the Governor General is given the authority to make regulations that are necessary or expedient for public safety. And those carrying out the enforcement aspect of these legislations that are made, or rules or orders that are made once a special area is declared, that they have the authority to use these regulations, use these rules, and use these orders. So basically, what we're saying is we're not only giving the Governor General's office, based on my understanding, the authority based on advice to declare or proclaim a state of emergency. But once that state of emergency is declared, if there's a need for certain amendments or supplementary rules, orders, or regulations to be made, the Governor General's office can do such. And here's what the Association of Defense Attorneys says. They says this is a no-no. And they use the word no-no. I'm thinking that people talk legal terms. I know say no-no, right? But they said no-no, as it is too wide a power. And the GG, they said, just being a figurehead and really only signs on to what is placed before her, that she cannot, in this case, our Governor General, give that office such wide, unfettered power. But
there is a section of it that states that the Governor General must act on the advice from the National Security Council. What role does that play in this? Because it essentially seems that there is some level of collaboration, there is some level of advice.
Yeah, clearly.
That is being taken. It's not just kind of like on a whim, okay, if I decide that I want to include these other regulations in it. Of course, it still begs the question that was posed by the Association of Defense Attorneys, but I want to acknowledge that there is some level of inclusion of essentially a third party. I don't know that the sections referenced here, section 18A, 8, 9, and 10, that it says that the Governor General has to be advised by the National Advisory Council in order to make these regulations. It just says, section 8, A, the Governor General may make such regulations as are necessary or expedient for securing public safety and public order or for the purpose of preventing, detecting, or controlling crime in the area. And then it goes down to explain all of what the authorities that law enforcement and its auxiliary forces have within those special areas, right? Okay. So I think then my understanding of it was that when the Governor General states the state of emergency, it's published through the Gazette, but it's always on the advice of the National Security Council. Yeah, so I assume that was still essentially aligned with it.
And then it appears as if, based on my understanding and what the association is saying, that the office is being given further authority to establish other rules and regulations or orders.
So we've essentially tried to dissect this amendment in as many detail as possible. I think one of the key parts that still is of interest to me is, aside from the special area that would be declared, there can be cordons identified within that, which is like a smaller parameter of that. I think of perhaps think of Albert Street or the Belize district. but there are small sections within that would have bigger attention on it for that 8-hour period every 24 hours. So if it's the Belize district, the Albert Street or Coney Drive might be an area of concern that would have tighter or stricter regulations, and that in this case would be identified as a cordon. Yes?
Yeah, so that's how that will work. So we've heard from the United Democratic Party on this as well, or from, so we've heard from Sheena Pitts specifically, Senator Sheena Pitts, and the UDP's position is that they're creating new and lower thresholds for what constitutes a state of emergency, right? They're saying that this is that once we've said this, that once the Governor General is satisfied simply on the advice of the National Security Council on reasonable grounds, that these special areas can be declared. So they're saying it's a lower threshold than what is already in place. We also heard from Union Senator Mr. Densfield Dennison, and he spoke specifically to this last part that I want to touch on. Making previous SOEs lawful retroactively without prejudice to cases filed before the court May 26 to 2025. So if you go to the legislation, you'll see that there's Schedule 5 under legislation. It's all the way at the bottom of the page, right? Schedule 5. 18 state of emergencies declared over an extended period of time from 2018 to 2025. What this law does, this amendment does, if you look at just for your sakes, if you look at 18B, right? What this amendment does is it makes all of those 18 state of emergencies lawful, right? So before you got a court and try challenge me, and the truth is, not all of these, majority of them were not under this current administration, but government are government. And if before you even think, but go challenge me and challenge any of our actions under any one of these 18 state of emergencies, I had to tell you no one time.
Illegal.
I had to put it in a law too, in the Constitution, that all of these are so the proclamations and regulations specified, all these 18s, are deemed to be valid and effectual and lawfully done. So if you did not file a claim before the court before May 26, 2025, then dog eat your supper. Because you can't go before the court based on this amendment and say that, you know what, my rights were violated in 2018, my rights were violated in 2020, my rights were violated in 2025 under a state of emergency. Because the constitutional amendment says that it all was legal. So what the Association of Defense Attorneys are saying is that this retrospective validation, so it's like a retroactive validation, undermines the rule of law and the doctrine of res judicata, basically your ability to enter the courts and seek a remedy or relief if you feel like your rights and your laws are violated.
Well, as we wind down this conversation, we do want to still extend the floor, perhaps just for one more call. As we mentioned, our number is 280-0016, and share your thoughts on the 13th Amendment bill that is being proposed. Do you believe that it is violating the rights of the general public? Do you believe that it's a little bit too much of a Band-Aid fix? Do you think there needs to be a second approach in considering how to quell the state of violence here in this country? Yeah,
it's important. I think it's important that, again, that we all share our thoughts on this, that we all provide input on this conversation, and that's why we're inviting the general public to call in, because when your area is declared a special area, if this legislation is to remain how it is, then you too will be subjected to these regulations. And we not live in our society no more where you could say, I never know.
Yeah.
Right? We not live in our society today where information is not widespread, where you can't access information, right? So I think this was a healthy conversation, Sabrina. Yes. And just to say that next week Wednesday, my understanding is that next week Wednesday there will be a public consultation in Belize City, and the general public is invited to attend those consultations. We also want to thank every single caller that called in this morning to voice their thoughts, their concerns, and their opinions on this. We're providing information, right? Because one of the things that people say is that they don't have enough information on this.
All right. Well, that does it for this first section of the discussion. As we mentioned, it's always a pleasure hearing from you guys. And so we do got to move things along, though, and we have a weather update for you, courtesy the folks from the National Meteorological Service. All right, jumping straight into our eye on the weather. Today calls for sunny skies with cloudy intervals, and tonight's skies will be partly cloudy. Shower activity will be generally isolated, except for the south, where a few showers and isolated thunderstorms can be expected during the morning hours and at night. Moving things along, today's temperatures. Coastal areas calls for highs of 88 degrees Fahrenheit and lows of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland areas will be experiencing some warmer temperatures up to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but they also have a pretty nice low of only 74 degrees Fahrenheit. In the hills, it's also said to be a little bit warmer today. They will be experiencing highs of up to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, but a very chilly low of 68. Moving things along in our extended forecast, this weekend calls for warmer temperatures. We'll be experiencing highs of 88 degrees and 85 degrees during the day, and a little bit later on in the evening, highs of all the way up to 94 degrees Fahrenheit. But when it does get cooler, it will be all the way down to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And then moving along to Monday and Tuesday, you can expect similar weather experiences and temperatures as well. Moving things along to our astronomical forecast. The sun rose this morning at 5:25 a.m. and it is set to set at 6:31 p.m. The moon will also set at 6 o'clock a.m. and rise at 7:33 p.m. In our marine conditions, the sea state is light to choppy, but the winds are blowing from the east at 10 to 15 knots. The tides. Today's high tide will be at 9:51 a.m. and a low tide today at 5:23 p.m. Another high tide today will be at 11:29 p.m. and tomorrow another low tide will be at 4:17 a.m. And that does it for our Eye on the Weather. Again, this comes from the folks at the National Meteorological Service. Paul, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that weather update, Sabrina. I know that after our previous segments, we had a couple more calls coming in. We want to thank you for calling in. Unfortunately, we couldn't take your call, but be sure to tune in next week for our first segment of What the Friday, so that you can give your input and you can share your thoughts and opinions just like this morning. But thank you for calling in. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. What we're going to do is going to jump right into our discussions for this morning. We have a host of discussions lined up and activities. You don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned for What the Friday.
William R. Langsworth, and I'm a teacher, and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer, with these online that Belize Bank offered, is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
This is the new era of the Mexican Caribbean. A whole spectrum of colors and hues, multi-dimensional cuisine, holographic beaches. The true new era is within you.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to SmartCode 585. Here are this week's contestants.
Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, yes, you're beautiful. Oh, yes, you're beautiful, baby. Telling me you're beautiful. Jano.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. Don't take the chance because you think you can. Must be love on the brain. Just love me. Just love me, yeah.
As you leave, you'll see the nursery. Oh, she left me without mercy. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. A million years from now, you know, baby, I'll be loving you still. My nights are low, nights are lonely.
She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I am anything she needs.
Have a blue Christmas without you. Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman, they're kinda like to me, and pretty woman, it makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay.
Uncry these tears. I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Open Your Eyes. We are jumping headfirst into our first conversation, and it's all about Lindy D bringing DJ workshops for future music lovers. We have here with us Lindy D Arnold. He's a DJ by profession, a music connoisseur, and it's really good to have you back here in the country, Lindy.
Thank you very much, man.
I'll give you guys a little bit of a fun fact. I've known Lindy for almost 10 years, and the way I met him is also the way that we're going to be discussing the type of work that he's trying to do. He's really giving back to his community, and so it's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk a bit about just that. The desire that you have had for so many years to give back to your community through something that you're so very passionate about, that's also your profession.
Well, music was one of the things that actually like boosted my whole life and career. Actually, like I started music in Grace Primary. You know, that's a very music-oriented school. Steel drums, all that stuff. You know, so it was actually in my blood. However, when it came to the DJing and stuff, a lot of influence around the neighborhoods, you know, and growing up and seeing like all these DJs like pulling out their speaker boxes and stuff. Yeah. So like growing up like in the neighborhood and seeing all of these, you know, and having like a lot of older DJ around, you know, so being inspired by this, you know, and now I had my break to execute. Yeah. So it's just for me to just come back and just share the blessings, you know.
What is it about your journey though, Lindy? Because oftentimes when we think of DJs, we think of these persons placed within the entertainment industry, whether it's the partying setting. You know, you guys are responsible for setting the vibe, but you've been able to really spread your wings in a way so unconventional. You've been able to travel over the world, but you've also been able to ensure that you connect your own personal journey to persons coming up as well. You spoke about being so involved and intrigued by music and DJing as a youth. You've given back to young people, and now you're trying to share your skill set with even adults as well.
Yes. So, like what I said before, the whole growing up in the neighborhood and with the whole surroundings and all that was a huge impact. However, looking at the state, a lot of the youths are in, you know, and even me, I graduated from college and all of that, but however, my what made me to where I got here was my passion was music, you know, so it was a lot, you know. My dad, he really wanted me to become a scientist, you know, pushed me for that, but however, when he passed away, I just I did what I love. I mean, it was just already there, you know, and it saved my life because I grew up in the neighborhood, you know, and I see a lot of stuff, and I see like what's going around, especially in Belize, like all the crimes and everything. You know, to give these like youths a chance. I mean, and it's not just males, it's females also. And like even for my camp, you know, I don't really like limit like the age group, even though we have like a certain age. But however, if there's someone that is like younger, older, like the last camp I did, which was 2016, 2017.
That's the one that I met you.
Yeah, that was the one that I met you, yeah. I had someone that was like in their 50s. Like she wanted the opportunity, but there was nothing. There was nothing there. So I just created it, you know, and I'm always there to just share. You know, I'm not here to take whatever that I gain. I just need to just share it, you know.
So what will they be learning?
Okay, so based on their experience, you know, like we have like a lot of young people that want to become a DJ, and then we have the ones that already learn, but they want more guidance. Yeah. So a lot of the younger DJs, you know, they just need guidance. You know, they just need that mentor, you know, so they can like coach them to direct them into the right career path, because like there's certain things like only Belize limits you to. You know, being that I got exposed to the world, and there are a lot more that I can add to my experience, and this is what I want to share. And even the creative minds, you know, the young creative minds, they can just surpass and just go. But it's just that stepping stone, create that stepping stone for greatness for the youths, you know.
What do you need to become a DJ?
What do I need?
Yeah, what does somebody need to become a DJ?
First of all, they gotta love music. Like one of the things that drive me is that to just keep a smile on people's face, you know. So once someone is happy, like I have my own type of music I listen to, and I play all type of music. I mean like music from all over the world. You know, like one of my last challenges I had, but I use it as like a stepping stone to grow, because I want to be very, let me put it this way, I just want to be very ready for anything. Yeah. You know, so I was playing ballroom music.
I'd love to hear a set like that.
I honestly, that was like
That was one of the toughest things, but
Okay.
I challenged myself. I went to speak to the guests and all that stuff and want to know what, because...
So you really have to study
it's
all
studying.
genres.
Yeah, it is studying, you know, and the thing is that the opportunities out there is more than, like what I said, it's more than what we know here.
Yeah.
So how did you come to know or find that opportunities exist outside of the Belize's DJ or music scene?
Okay, so throughout my career here in Belize, during the peak of my career, I was asked not once, not twice, but 3 times to go and work on the cruise ships. However, I turned it down because like I was such a mommy's boy. And of course I had my children, you know, so that pretty much kept me here. But however, we had the recruiter came to Belize and he personally came to see me. He was like, yo Lindy, I need you to come. I need you to come, you know. So I thought about it, and that was the reason why that was the last time I did the camp.
Yeah.
And I just left after that. And it was a great experience, you know. I was so shocked because like the first time I went out there, I was playing country music, and the only country I knew was the music that was playing on the radio here in Belize.
Kenny Rogers.
You got it right.
Correct.
Yeah, so like learning like music in all different diverse forms. You know, like we like in Belize, we tend to say like, yo, Latin music is just like anyone that speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
However, you have like so much subdivisions, and like people like lives in like Puerto Ricans and Mexicans and Colombians. They listen to all different types of music.
Yeah.
Different types of Latin music. So it's like all of these knowledge to just bring here to just prepare the youth, you know. So by saying that, the camp is on the 18th. However, that I have one of my good brethren, and I'm a part of his team also, Alex Dina. We're doing a recruitment at the Bliss Center. That's Thursday, next Thursday. So for anyone that thinks that they have the skill set and want to be like an open format DJ, yeah man, come and sign up. Hit it. It's on Facebook. Or you can just even hit me up on Facebook, Lindy Lopez or Lindy D. Well, don't call me Lindy Lopez, it's alright.
You guys are related?
Probably not.
Lopez?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Somewhere
Probably not,
down,
Lindy said probably.
Let me tell you, right?
But what's an open format DJ?
So open format DJing is like playing like a variety of music to have everyone going, you know. You know that our culture here in Belize is like mainly like dancehall, soca, reggae.
Very Caribbean.
Yeah, very Caribbean, Central America vibes. You know, however, music is universal.
Yeah.
You know, it don't have an end. You know, every so often, you're gonna see producers like create new sounds, new music. So it's just something to stay on top of, you know, because like it's just evolving. You know, and as a DJ, that's our service to provide.
So you're saying that you're also doing a recruitment?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are we recruiting for?
So DJs to go and work on the cruise ships.
Oh.
What's it like?
Working out there?
Yeah.
It's an experience, you know, like traveling to all of these like places that you dreamt of going before. You know, like I went to Alaska.
Wow.
I drank glacier water.
Okay.
I went to Hawaii, all over the Caribbean. I went to Rihanna's house, that Rihanna's like
in Barbados.
Yeah, Barbados, like everywhere. Went through Panama Canal, everywhere. Well, not really everywhere, but it's like a lot based on the norm that we're used to.
Yeah.
You know, you meet a lot of people. You know, working on a cruise ship alone is like traveling the world, because you meet people from like some countries that you never existed, like crew members. You know, I mean, yesterday I had some friends that came in and I went to meet them, you know. It was so great just seeing and catching up with my friends from South Africa, Jamaica and all of that, the Philippines. So it's like building like that extended family, you know. The experience is good. I mean, if you have your personal plans, it's a good way to make your money, and just invested in what you want to do.
And it's incredible how it has also, that experience has also expanded your skills.
Yeah.
Because like you're saying, you left with sort of a kind of narrow mindset as to what music really is, but then you step out into a world with different cultures, a diversity of cultures and a diversity of music taste. Well, either you adapt or get out, because they won't adapt. They like what they like, and you've been able to adapt to the point now where you're so versatile in your music taste and in your knowledge of music that you're able to bring that here back to Belize and train the rising stars, if you would, rising star DJs. What's the cost of the summer camp, and where will it be held?
So let me do like an advertisement.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So I'm collaborating with the Department of Youth Services.
Okay.
So we're doing this for free. Yeah, so it's like on a first come, first serve basis. You know, like we have like the advertisement running on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and you can also go and sign up on the Department of Youth Services. But the camp will be held on the facility on Magazine Road. So the DYS facility on Magazine Road. So that's where it's going to be at, and it's free of cost. I need to just like everyone just sign up, and you can also sign up at the Department of Youth Services. Yeah, sign up at them or just hit on the page. It's going to come directly to me. I'm going to send you the information, and yeah, that's it.
What do they have to bring? Bring something for scratch?
I'm going to provide everything.
You're going to provide everything?
I'm going to provide everything. I'm going to provide I'm going to have like more like instructors. We're going to have special speakers.
Wow.
You know, so the recruiter is going to be there also to just like give some special speeches and stuff. We're just going to have a vibe, you know, have fun, because it's all about having fun in what you do. And it's going to be enjoying. It's going to be like easier.
It's from the 18th to the 31st, yes?
Yes.
Correct.
So it's the 18th to the 31st.
Oh, so this is a long...
Yeah, it's going to have
like
a lot
2
of
weeks
time.
thereabout.
A lot of time with Uncle Lindy.
Yeah, and it's in the mornings, 9 a.m. to 12.
Till midday.
Okay.
Well, do I need to have a level of experience?
No, you can. I mean, I can flex. You know, I can flex based on your experience. You know, like if you just have a passion, you just want to have an idea. However, if you have if you're DJing here in Belize, and you just want the knowledge of to progress outside. It's for anyone.
I love that. What
anyone.
better person than somebody that has traveled the world, if you would, and gained this experience, bringing it back to Belize. So kudos to you, man.
Thank you, man.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so inspired by your story, Lindy, and to see that the last time I saw you and I met you, you were, trying to pour back into young people this exact same way, then expanding your wings, being all over the world and getting a different experience of life, but still returning back and ensuring that you continue what you started really speaks volumes of your character as well. Thank you so much for doing that. We do got to take a quick break though, and when we come back we have loads of more conversations to look forward to. Also some challenges as well we might be taking part in. Maybe music related, maybe not. We'll be right back after the break.
Are you on your phone right now, scrolling on social media, listening to the radio, or watching TV? Have you ever stopped to think, what's powering my device right now? You see, electricity is essential for everyday life, powering our homes, businesses, transportation, and of course, that one binge-worthy series that you just can't stop watching. But how does it all work? This season on the What's and Why's of Energy, we're taking you behind the scenes, bringing you the latest updates, and answers to your biggest energy questions. My name is Emmanuel Petch, and I invite you to join us as we go live on Facebook and get ready to see energy in a whole new light. Like, share, and follow us to be part of the conversation.
Belize Electricity Limited, providing you safe and reliable power when you need it.
As an athlete, orthopedic health is very important. Our bodies can be so strong and yet still so delicate. Injury is something that we cannot prevent. We could try to mitigate the risk of extreme injuries. However, it is very, very important that you know and understand your body.
As we get older, our bones are getting softer. It's hard to treat degeneration which already happened. The first treatment is a lifestyle modification and the support of physiotherapists. I am Dr. Sergey Adonin, an orthopedic surgeon, and we are watching Caribbean Medical TV.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Corozal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned with us this morning. We have a second conversation. This one is with Dr. Kiran Vanjani, and she's the owner of Sci Infotech. And she's here to speak with us about her summer program, correct? Dr. Vanjani, my understanding is, well, first of all, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My understanding is that you've been engaged in this for the past 15 years. Tell us a bit about you and what it is that you do.
Thank you for having us here.
Of course.
And yes, we provide those summer courses for the last 15 years. And in fact, not only that, Sci Infotech is in existence for the last 15 years. And we have been providing different services, including trainings and trainings, different types of trainings for individuals, corporates, teachers, students. So we cater to all different age groups, all different types of backgrounds and so on. And apart from trainings, we also do software development and website development, mobile apps development, and all other IT related services as well.
So it's really just a technology business at its core that's been functioning for the past decade and a half.
That's right.
Providing services to companies, but also having summer programs for children as well in between. Talk about the evolution of Sci-Infotech then, since 15 years ago to now. How has it evolved in providing its services?
I have experience of working for more than 25 years in IT field, and with that experience, and we thought like it will be something good, because nowadays everything is technology based.
Yes.
As you know, like every single field you go, there's nothing without technology.
And it's getting even more advanced.
More advanced day by day. So that's what we feel, that if there's a little gap anywhere, so which we can bridge, which you can help people to be able to use technology, and that would help them to be more productive, and because we can't isolate ourselves from technology nowadays. So whether you like it or no, you have to use that, right? So why not use it in the best possible way? So that's why we thought, and that's why we started with this Sci-Infotech 15 years back, and then we are growing, we are adding like more services and more trainings and more programs and different age groups and everything now.
Talk a bit about the summer program itself and what it entails and who is it for.
The summer program is mainly for students, and we are offering 4 different courses this time, which would be starting with the first course, which is the E-Junior course, and that is for age group 7 and up. And they would be learning the basics of computers, like those who don't know how to use computers, basic typing, basic using computers, and so on. Emails, going on internet, different stuff like that they would be learning.
Man, 7-year-olds learning to send emails. You know what? Some of them know how to use devices before us even.
100%.
Yes. And that's actually the good age, because then you see when people start to learn typing, they usually just type with one finger. So the sooner you start, the better it is. That's what I would say. So if you can learn correct typing, then that would be the best thing, because you can use all the fingers. God has blessed us with all the fingers, so why don't use that, right? So and you can type faster.
So that's for the
Junior.
E-Juniors.
Yes,
so
that's
they'll
the
learn
one.
to type, they'll learn to
Send
navigate.
emails, the internet.
Use computers, Windows, a notepad, paintbrush, several things they would be learning in that.
I remember my paintbrush days.
Using mouse, using keyboard, learning all the keys of the keyboard. So just the basics that starts with it. That. And then we have 3 more programs. Apart from that, one is the newly we are introducing this year only, which is using the AI tools, ChatGPT.
What age
Sign me
range?
up.
10 and up.
Okay, 10 and up.
Can I come?
Well, you're the up ball.
I was talking to somebody earlier in my newsroom that I'm a ChatGPT dummy, and I know for a fact that I need to catch up. Because the technology is moving, it's advancing, and I will be left behind if I'm not fully prepared and I don't understand the basics at least of how it works. But yes, so that's a program you're offering.
Yes, we do have another AI program also, that's for individuals, any age group, mainly for adults. And this one is only for the students, and then we also have another AI course, which is also how you can improve your productivity using ChatGPT and many more tools in AI.
All right, so you talked about 2 programs so far. The first one,
summer,
E-Junior, and then you have
AI.
That's for the students as well.
That's the students' version of it, and then we have the grown-up version of it.
So what are the difference between the two? What do you go about teaching students versus adults when using artificial intelligence?
Okay, when we go for the students, we see like, because looking at the age group and what they have to use it for, right? For their knowledge, for their school, for projects, different things, what they would be using it for. So accordingly, we would be having it is like more customized to their age group basically, right? And then how they would be able to use it, and so on, right? And then the exercises and all would be based on that only, right? And then when you go for the adults, then like, okay, if they're working or they're looking for jobs, either way, so it is like more to their age group, and it is like ChatGPT, and then more tools are there like napkin.ai, and then some more tools we show them, like how to make diagrams also. Like let's say you have a content, theoretical content, and you want to convert that to a diagram.
Using AI?
Using AI. So
Dang, I need to be part of that course.
Or like you want to make a presentation, right? So for that we use another tool, which you can tell it what topic you wanted and it will generate the content. You could fix the content, customize it the way how you would want, and then you would pick a template and all, and then it will generate the whole PowerPoint for you.
Do you teach the ethical use of AI as well?
Certainly, there is a topic on that also, because many people get confused with that okay, it is plagiarism, but actually it is not, because it is generative AI, because it generates it for you. It's not something copying and pasting, but it is generated. So that's what we need to create that awareness, that it is not something that, and ethical use, yes, that is definitely a topic in our training where we tell them that what is ethical or what is not, and also like whenever you're using any of the AI tools, like how we get information from any source, so we have to give credit, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, it is applicable to that as well.
I think speaking to that last portion that you just highlighted, I think we've seen how artificial intelligence has really come onto the scene and taken over spaces, but there still needs to be a sense of awareness where fact checking is concerned, because it does get it wrong sometimes. And so how do you go about ensuring that your participants understand that this is here to help you, but not necessarily to be lazy about it as well? You still have to do some level of research and ensure that what you're getting from these generators are actually accurate information.
Yes, so that is there to assist you, but that's not something you would just use it as it is. So that's what we definitely teach, and whenever you use AI tools, it is also mentioned there, right there, that okay, you need to cross-check it, and that's why we also show them that how you would cross-check it, and then how would you ensure that the information you're using is correct, and it is a way how you might want, because maybe it has generated one thing but you had something else in mind, so then you would have to still fix it, right? So it's not that it is replacing the work completely, but it is assisting you. Right?
Well,
so
I think this is impressive, and it's the fact for me that you're introducing it this year for the first time, which shows that after 15 years, you're still keeping up with the times. You still have your fingers on the pulse of what's happening with technology, and you know it so well that you realize that, hey, we need to have this, and we need to begin to teach our children and even our adults how to navigate AI. So that's three. There's a fourth program?
Those are two. So
those are two?
Yes.
All right, so let's move on.
Third one is the graphic designing. And in that we teach them Canva, how to use Canva platform, and poster my wall, right? Those different platforms, we introduce them, and then also they would learn how to create flyers and different things using the those two platforms. So graphic designing.
Graphic design.
Yeah, that's for 10 years and up as well.
10 years and up. So you don't necessarily have to come with a level of skills. You learn there.
Once you know basics of computers, like if you could maneuver with computer using mouse and different basic stuff, if you can do, then you can do that course.
Okay. And then the fourth one?
Okay, and the fourth one is about the Word and PowerPoint, Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. So it's a 2 weeks course, so 1 week is Word and 1 week is PowerPoint. So they learn from scratch, and also it is like, as I said, these all are customized for students. So you see, when students have to do projects in school, right? And usually they would need like to put a cover page, and then they would need to put a table of contents, and then they would have the topics and subtopics and so on and so forth. And generally what we have noticed that like they would prepare the table of contents manually. Okay, like topic 1, page number so and so, topic 2,
and the
dot. Exactly.
You know what generation I come from.
So we don't need to do all of that. So that's what we teach them, that how you can generate table of contents automatically. So there is a feature in Word which we show them how to use it. So like they would be making a complete project also with us during that time, and we assign them topics related to technology and different topics, whatever could help them to learn. So they would have to do research, they would have to prepare a project, and they would make a nice looking cover page, and then the table of contents and project and everything. And then another week is the PowerPoint. Now that same project, now if you were to present to the audience. Like one is like in a Word format, the other one would be in the PowerPoint. So they would use that content and put them in the slides, and then at the end they would be presenting it also.
Yeah.
So it's not only to prepare, but the skills to present, because sometimes they have that stage fear or like like how to stand in front of audience and speak and all. So
and
all
even learning how to convert something like a Word document to a presentation without copy and pasting all of the information onto your PowerPoint and thinking that it's okay to read from it. You know, and I think we've all been there at some point where we're just kind of intimidated by presenting in front of a classroom, and so you just kind of feel like the easiest approach to make is to just read the information from the wall. But
I would imagine, Doc, that you have a team behind you that's assisting you, or you're teaching all of these courses on your own.
Most of them I'm teaching, but yes, we do have a team also who would also help, because it's so much work. So
of course.
What are the fees associated with the summer programs?
Okay, for summer programs, like we have two different modes of program. First of all, one is in person, like you can come to our office. We are located at Albert Street, and the second version is online.
Oh, okay.
Because there are many students who are out of Belize City and they're interested in joining as well. So for them, we are offering online courses. So all the courses are offered online except for eJunior, because for eJunior we want them to be in front of us so we can teach them typing and different stuff. But then other than that, all of the three programs are available online too.
And their prices?
So now coming to prices, because there's a difference in prices, so that's why. So the in-person one is $150 for one course, and if you're taking more than one course, then it would become $125 for each.
Okay.
So you can go for 2, 3, or 4 even. Yeah. Right. And then for the online one is $125 for each, and if you take more than one, it would be $110 for each.
And the duration of the courses?
2 weeks for each one, and it would be on alternate days, like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Or Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah. Mondays one is for the in-person, and the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday would be for the online.
Ah, okay, got
So
you.
it's like that.
Listen, it's an investment in your kids, especially, or yourself, to be able to develop some skills that you'll definitely need in today's day and age. So where will you learn it, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's an opportunity for you to learn it.
And I think when we think of summer programs as well, oftentimes we want to put our kids in sports or put them in something, you know, artistic related, but some of these kids are really, they want to stay around technology, and this also prepares them for when they get back in the classroom as well. They give them a head start. And so I think it's definitely effective.
100%. So how do we sign up? How do they sign up?
Okay, you can go to our website, or we can you can go to our WhatsApp actually, and the number is 610-8252, and you can contact us through that, or through Facebook or Instagram, and you can contact us, and then we would be the link is also there on our Facebook page also for the form to sign up, or you can contact us through WhatsApp and we can send you the link for signing up, and then we continue from there.
Alrighty, well, fantastic. This has been a wonderful conversation, and we look forward to seeing some future tech gurus as well, hopefully helping me and Paul later on, maybe 15 years from now, playing catch up. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vanjani.
All right, we take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. We have much more conversations to look forward to.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Charades, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
Make light work lighter and quicker with switch technology from Axi Power Tools. Axi Switch technology breaks the bondage of power cords and grants you the luxury of freedom and precision. Switch one battery across all your Axi line power tools effortlessly, allowing for quick and efficient work. Cut the cords. Choose efficiency with Axi Switch technology. Only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
In our world that's always changing, one thing stays the same.
Our promise as Smart Belize to keep you connected.
Connected to the moments, the people, and the future that matter most.
With every new tower, our service upgrades, and every new smile, we're keeping our promise in building more than a network.
We're building a future, a family as Smart Belize. From Punta Gorda to Carrazal, we are here not just as a network, but as your partner in progress.
We have grown significantly over the past 20 years, and we just keep growing. Thank you for placing your trust in us. We remain dedicated to providing meaningful connections that bring value in every way that matters to you. We continue to bring people together.
As an athlete, orthopedic health is very important. Our bodies can be so strong and yet still so delicate. Injury is something that we cannot prevent. We could try to mitigate the risk of extreme injuries. However, it is very, very important that you know and understand your body.
As we get older, our bones are getting softer. It's hard to treat degeneration which already happened. The first treatment is lifestyle modification and the support of physiotherapists. I am Dr. Sergey Adonin, an orthopedic surgeon, and we are watching Caribbean Medical TV.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
My name is Carlton Flowers, and I'm the owner of Back to My Roots Art from the Heart. And in this store I produce a lot of handmade ornaments. Before I had access, it was a big problem because the tourist doesn't carry as much cash. We needed to have the machine to make the business a success. Dealing with the machine, I don't have to take time out from the store to go and, or send people to go to the bank. I would recommend Belize Bank Digital Service because it has done a lot for me personally. It has done a lot for my business. It helps me with paying my bills online, and I really appreciate that the staff took time out and teach me what I needed to get done. So I'm very happy that now I can do it confidently on my own.
Welcome back. We are jumping into our third conversation, and we are joined by no stranger to you guys, Dara Robinson, here to talk about two upcoming initiatives, very familiar to us as well. The first on the list, which is the 27th of July, is the annual hunger ride that we've come to.
Annual.
12 years of this hunger ride. Of course, we are going to speak a bit more into the purpose of it. And then directly a week later, it's also a concert or
the 16th annual Lucky Dube tribute, and this year it's falling on his birthday, the 3rd of August. So
special.
Perfect.
Well, let's jump into the hunger ride, since that is first. This is 12 years of providing this initiative where the public comes out and they ride for hunger.
Yeah.
We've known to understand your story, and one of the things that you're very passionate about, Dara, has been ensuring that children get food. This comes from your own personal story, but also interacting with children on a daily basis and recognizing that there is a need for children to get something as basic as food.
Behind the scene, I'm going to talk to the bedroom and I tell her, when it comes to hunger, me not really focus on adults, you know. My thing that kids, you know, and we know school out, we know school provide a lot
feeding
of school programs,
so
a lot of kids in that same situation where they made it from the beginning, you know. And it's a topic where no political party want to hear, because everybody feel like when they in, there should be change and better, but still we struggle with this problem here, you know. So what I always do, I just keep it on the alert that people not forget that it's not just Belize, it is worldwide. If you hear country like cities and places like America, they go through this, so you wonder that where they create that, where the problem there, but why we can't solve hunger, you understand?
We got so much food now. And sometimes like with the waste lot of food too.
Yes, for instance, I watched then a show right here, potato, the waste in a container. I could never have potato just the waste. I mean, one thing like that, give it to the people, you know, they show sometimes banana things, people just left. But you wonder where the mindset of people there, you know. So why do I keep this always at the front? Even if I can't do it or help everybody, I always keep that. No hide from it. We still there. Yes, some government getting is solve some of the problem, but can't solve everything.
So how the hunger ride raise funds?
Well, happen. First of all, I come up with the idea always to say what we could add to raise fund, and I come with this idea. Me and Unity, I tell them I want to do a ride, but I not just want it just be one regular social. I want to ride to bring awareness to hunger. And what we do, I decide I want to do this ride, but I know why it's boring. So I add music to it, meaning I get one habit truck with Silver Fox sound system, providing music with a big sound system. Basically, you want to ride with music, you pay one small registration fee at $10. That's where the money come from.
Okay.
And you know, we ride like we take off from Civic. We usually try to take off 6:30 from Civic Center, go through Ladyville. We used to go through Hattieville, Boom Road. We cut down the ride for several reasons. I'll explain that. We go through John Smith and we stop at 8 miles, take 1 10-minute break. Whether do that allow people whenever register, because we carry some young lady on the ride, you could still register. Get your wristband important, because that allow you with your $10 to get refreshment. We take off from 8 miles and we end up back at Civic. Normally I left the registration open for people who maybe not take part in the ride, they want pass, drop off, school item, food, whatever. But really important to always ask people that registered, no company ride and free ride. You understand? You take part in it, you get yourself registered.
And it's only $10.
And we have the rules, like I say, we ask you wear a helmet. You don't need no special bike, but a helmet. Also, some of the rules of the ride, normally I lead out with a police vehicle, follow the back with an ambulance. We try to tell people stay within that area. So in case someone spill or somebody fall down, we could attend to them. If you left my ride and you want to be on Charlie Lewis, Michael Lewis, and you go there and get knocked down, now blame me. We responsible for you right in between, and it's not a race. Sometimes we got 10, 12, you know, depends on the thing. If I see where people struggle at the back, I would have sent one rider and tell the truck and the police slow down so people could come in together. Over the years, I see people bring their kids. Now that they tell them you can't leave kids out there by themselves, over the past, we get to find out through the great Charlie Lewis that he had to bring in a picnic after the ride, and that I never like here.
Yeah.
So if you bring your kid for come ride, you're responsible for make sure you stay with her and see
So they ride and appreciate all the information because then you give a clear understanding of where they happen, right? The ride take place July 27.
On Sunday.
When do you register? When do you go register?
The day of the ride.
The day of the ride.
Some people over the years would come wait at the yard and register. Some not show up, but they still register. You who come out the morning cars from 5 o'clock, then ladies are out there for registration. We try to take off sharp 6:30, again from front of Civic. You come out, like I say, you don't need no professional bike, but your bike have in a lead condition. You yourself have to loosen up. Not because we cut down the ride from 42 miles to 22, meaning you could just jump on one bike and do it.
Yeah.
You have to loosen up.
That's still a lot of miles.
And you have a lot of credit out there where distance cyclists. And this time I just want a simple idea to get from bike.
I feel like after I done ride on 5-6 miles, I will start my leg and start feel it. What's 10 miles?
But you see, we help you with social ride, like especially my ride. When me stay right close to the music.
Yeah.
You relax, so then people they talk to you, they have a discussion. When you conscious, we don't know.
No, Johnny K can't call.
So you've done the ride every year as well?
I don't miss one year. Thank God I not get sick. And I do the hardest work as I prepare, I plan, and I make sure they out there for you can't plan something and you know it.
Yeah.
I know they tell hard for me because but I always
You're
find
no cyclist, but you're.
And I find it fun. Like I just love it, beside the good music, I can tell you meet people where you never meet before. You get for a ride with some of the great cyclists and thing,
So what you provide? No lead, Johnny Cake and
No, I provide like banana, water, Gatorade. Sometimes we get Powerade. If you want to bring anything, you could bring your own refreshment. I'll we ask you register because those who have wristband, we have one vehicle. And we instruct the people in the vehicle, only those who register to get the refreshment. If you want to come free ride, bring your own stuff there. You understand?
Okay.
But we not stop nobody from a ride. Of course, we don't want to do this without the police, the lead way and guide way on the road. And of course, we have a higher ambulance just in case. Because we had a spill before when people get fatigued and we make sure that everybody. We also have one truck for Brothers Habit where they are back. If you feel like you cramp up or you tired, pull aside. Some guys are in at the truck and they can pick you up.
Okay.
If you feel like you can't do the whole thing, you could meet us the 8 miles and ride from 8 miles to Civic. It's not a race. Now come out there to think that one race.
Now, make we wrap up the conversation and talk about this Lucky Dube event. August 3rd, Lucky Dube birthday actually.
Yes, it fall good again this year. I think we do that 1 or 2 times already. Actually, the great Lucky Dube's birthday is August 3rd, and this year we celebrate the birthday on the day Sunday at Belizean. That event there we start that from 4 we going till midnight. Of course, musically we have, and I explain everything because even myself to put everything together. We have of course live band DJ. We have a show Lucky Dube through the projector on the screen. Food, drinks, everything on the out there. And I be to the event is part planning just like the bar and everything. People look forward to the event.
Correct.
So take me a lot for just put it out there and people boom, and then where Facebook do you and where then do then send a reminder and just remember then things that they happen, you understand?
Well, I guess when we get closer to the Lucky Dube date, maybe we could come back
Yeah,
and we could talk some more about it.
we could arrange to bring some musician or something.
That would be fantastic.
We got a whole Lucky Dube session.
Yeah, because this band Creek Vibration, they really put on one.
And that's for Rolling Creek, right?
Yeah,
I know.
You can only bias them, but then guys really good. They did a wicked tribute to Lucky Dube and they bring them again. But of course, without the support of the people and the blessing of God, then things won't be possible. Yeah. Anything I do, we try to give back to the community. So we ask that people support the event, come out and take part. The 27th of July, Sunday, the 27th of July, 12th Annual Hunger Awareness Ride. Sunday, 3rd August, Belizean, the Lucky Dube Tribute.
Excellent.
All right, well, we take our final break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, me and Paul will be challenging ourselves with a game of musical charades. Don't go anywhere.
Favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
We are beautiful. Oh yes, you're beautiful. Oh yes, you're beautiful, baby. Telling me you're beautiful. Jano.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. Don't take the chance because you think you can. Must be love on the brain. Just love me. Just love me, yeah.
As you leave, you'll see the nursery. Oh, she left me without mercy. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. A million years from now, you know, baby, I'll be loving you still. My nights are long, nights are lonely. She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I am anything she needs. Have a blue Christmas without you. Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman, they're kinda like to me, and pretty woman, it makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay.
Uncry these tears. I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight. And don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Back to Open Your Eyes. We are kind of laughing here because we're trying to test our skills already with the game of musical charades. Now, if you remember last week, me and April attempted this very game. So this week, me and Paul now will be taking our very own stab at it. We have both been given a list of musical artists, and if you know how charades go, you are not allowed to speak to describe what the artists are. You need to act it out using gestures, using keys or clues. And so,
We
Paul,
can't say words?
You can't say words. I'll give you the first go.
No.
Yes.
It's the worst thing you could do, Sabrina.
You go
so I have
first.
to use my phone.
So
because
they sent us the artists. And Paul, I actually would love to get your help with this as well, guys. Hopefully you might find the clues before I do.
All right. I'm trying to think of a song, right?
Okay.
From the artist so that I could kind of use that as a clue.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a song. It could be maybe if the artist is iconic enough that they have a movement that they do.
Yeah, but then that's the thing.
They're not?
They are.
I'm already
but
in
then
trouble.
They are, but this is like, just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all
Can I
happening
go first
live,
then?
folks. No.
Because I feel like I got a pretty easy list this time.
Okay. All right, you go first then.
Okay.
Then give me some time.
So, well, you gotta look.
Okay. One word.
Okay. Look.
3 syllables.
Okay.
One word, 3 syllables.
Okay.
Yeah, so you already told me that.
Okay. I really could have did this and I never even have to do all of that.
All
I
right,
feel like
so-
you should know who this just by...
Michael Jackson.
I didn't even start yet. That's one word. Michael Jackson, or one word.
No. Go ahead. I know who that is.
Okay. Maybe...
Oh, Beyonce.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes. Okay. That's a
All
easy
right.
one. Go.
So mine, I can't find the song, but I'll have to. So
One word. 2 words. Okay. This is an artist with a full name. Go. 3 syllables in the full name. Okay. Standing. Picture. TV. Frame. 2 words. What the Friday? What the Friday? Okay, so Friday. Friday next. Friday is the first name of this of the song. Friday. Okay. Friday after. Friday, Saturday. Okay, so Saturday. Is that what you want me to? Saturday is the key. Okay. Okay. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Oh, that was good. I was
good,
not
right?
going to come up with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I got all easy ones, I think.
Yes. You see how hard that one was, right?
Yes, that was hard. Okay. So I am going to skip all the like name stuff because I think you should know this.
Okay.
Just by these amazing, super cool.
Well, that's Michael Jackson. Right?
Yeah.
Told you. See, I knew one would have been Michael Jackson from the moment you said easy. Wait, let me look at my next one.
Guys, was my moonwalk like accurate? 1 word. 2 syllables. 1 word, 2 syllables.
Okay.
Key? Oh, Usher!
I like that.
I knew immediately.
Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Good. That just came on top of my head. Correct.
That was, I immediately knew.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
I
so
feel
this
like
one's,
I'm good at this.
yeah,
I'm good
this
at
one's harder for me to explain, but I'll try.
2 words. 3 syllables.
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
No. No.
Britney Spears.
Okay.
Oprah? That's she's not a musician. That, to me, that's like Beyonce.
No.
Beyonce does.
No? Okay.
Yeah. She black?
No.
That's...
Wait. Okay.
Okay. Who shot Rihanna? You shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. This is Bob Marley.
I was trying to like dance like a
Oh, like you have dreads, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good try.
Okay.
All right, this one is.
One word. 2 syllables? Okay. One word, 2 syllables. So, key, type, screen, key. Alicia Keys? No? That's 2 words. Okay. Screen typing, screen, box, rectangle, typing, computer. That's an art, it's computer. Okay. Computer. Computer phone, computer screen, computer hand, computer. An artist, you to get connected to this? You got it. Guys, what is he doing? Computer typing. Okay, so computer, phone, call. What's up? What's going on? What you go on? What you want? How can I help you? Oh, what you there?
No.
You there on the phone? You take a call? You talk to somebody? Hello? Is it Adele?
Yes, it's Adele. Oh my gosh, Sabrina.
You Shamiga? Hello? Is it me?
Adele, first of all, I started with a computer.
Yeah, I would have never
And I was trying to show you the back of the computer, where is this the Dell sign. You didn't get that, so I was like, hello.
Okay,
from the other side.
Okay,
Come
that one was better.
on.
That one was better, but not the computer one. Not
All
to
right,
me. Okay.
yeah.
So this one I think is also pretty easy, but I want to see how I could do this.
All right.
Guys,
And
did
then
you
I
think
have
that
one
was
more.
Adele?
Of course, I'm sure people guess that right off the bat.
Yeah.
All right, go
okay.
ahead.
So,
One word, 3 syllables. Rihanna.
an
That's
umbrella.
super easy. Oh my gosh, you got all the
I
easy
know, I'm
ones.
sorry. I did not choose this life. This life chose me.
All right, here's the last one for me. This is my last one. Let me. I didn't realize I have to. Okay, good. So. Okay.
Is this hard? Is this one hard?
No.
Okay. Well, then find a difficult way to do it. 2 words. 6. 5 syllables. Okay. Feeling up yourself? What, Paul? You feel up yourself?
All right.
Is it Mariah Carey?
It is Mariah Carey.
Because you were like, touch my body.
Of course, correct. I knew you would have gotten with that.
I was like, what are you doing? Oh my God, that was really funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the stint of yours as well? You're finished?
Yeah, I got the same amount. Yeah, I'm done. But that was good. That was funny at the end.
We got all.
We got all. Let us know your thoughts on that. Was it too easy? Do you think that we should be taking a stab at some Belizean artists as well?
That was no way easy for me.
That was hard for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, the ones that I got, I think, was a lot easier than Paul's, but I think it was still just equally fun to watch him try to act out some of these artists. But let us know your thoughts on this morning's game of musical charades, artist style. We do have to wrap up now, though, Paul, and it has been a super fun Friday with you guys. What the Friday edition. We want to say a huge thank you to all of our guests who joined us. Also, you guys for calling in this morning and sharing your thoughts on the 13th Amendment bill. As we wrap up the show, we also want to remind you guys that while it's the weekend coming on, we have one job for you. Vote for your favorite KTV contestant. Remember, you have up until Sunday at midnight where the final vote can be cast. And so definitely vote for your favorite contestant if you would like them to continue on into the second night of live performances.
Yeah, excellent.
It is July 11th. And if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oie@channel5belize.com.
You can also catch us live on Facebook every weekday morning at Open Your Eyes BC.
As well as Instagram for behind the scenes content. And we have to say, we had so much fun interacting with you guys yesterday when we posted a little bit of a behind the scenes, some fun taking place. That was so fun. By the way, it has nothing to do with Paul and his size. I think I just need to lift a little bit heavier in the gym.
Who cares?
I think so too. Who cares?
Who cares?
No
size,
one does.
No size.
It was fun.
It doesn't matter. It was fun.
Yeah, and so thanks so much for engaging with us on our social media pages, especially Instagram, which is OIE Belize. You can even call us or text us on our OIE phone number. That's 675-2555. But please, do us a favor and join us again on Monday when you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open.
Have a wonderful Friday, Belize. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.